please! Now that I have your attention, let's talk about Metal Gear Solid 5, or rather V. The V stands for vagina because, you know.
Bob, there's...
It's all right, we got it out.
There's another in my...
They really put a bomb in her pussy, and that's not even close to the weirdest thing Kojima has ever done. I usually put 10 hours into a game before I make one of these videos, but in the case of Metal Gear Solid 5, I played for a little longer. Needless to say, I really like this game, and it's my personal favorite entry in the franchise. But the story... Shh. We'll get to that. It ultimately doesn't matter though, because Metal Gear Solid 5 is mechanically the best in the series, and you'd have to be snorting drywall to disagree with that. Sneaking around and taking out guards feels better here than it ever did in previous entries in the franchise. On top of that, the game has you rebuilding Mother Base brick by brick, inch by inch, kidnapping by kidnapping. Put them hands up, boy. Let me just go ahead and piss them pants for you real quick. What you gonna do about that, huh? Nothing. You ain't gonna do shit, cause your ass belongs to me now. I'm gonna have you plowing them fields all day long, dusk till dawn, 7 days a week till your back give out. What you think about that, huh, boy? Get on down. Get on down, little doggy. Enjoy your trip, all right? Sorry about that. My southern heritage slipped out. Anyway, this base building mechanic adds a fantastic sense of progression. Leveling up the different teams unlocks various perks, with the most important one being the ability to develop new weapons and equipment. It's technically possible to go through the entire game with only the starting loadout, but that would be like eating McDonald's chicken nuggets without any sauce. There's so many different tools to choose from that almost any playstyle is viable if you're willing to put in the effort. Personally, I prefer the BDSM playstyle of just choking everyone out. Who's your daddy, bitch? You could also take everyone out from a distance with a tranq rifle, sneak through the game without a trace, or you could just straight up kill everyone if you really wanted to, but just know that you're bitch made if you pick that last option. The player who chose the lethal path is sipping on a baby bottle full of warm milk right now, while the Giga Chad non-lethal player is running a train on that guy's mother. And on that note, I should probably talk about Quiet. There's been no shortage of controversy surrounding this character, and frankly, I don't care. The actress consented to the role, and that's good enough for me. However, I do have something to say. This outfit fucking sucks. Now hold on, hear me out, okay? This is more attractive than this any day of the week. So in my opinion, your boy Kojimbo writing a ridiculous backstory as an excuse to have an attractive woman dress up like a cheap hooker and follow you around isn't a highlight of the game for me. Besides, D-Dog is a better companion anyway. The biggest difference between Metal Gear Solid 5 and the games that came before is the fact that it's open world, and that is a big difference. As big as my 2.5-inch cock. You'd think this would have a significant impact on the gameplay, but it really doesn't. If the game had just been level-based like Peace Walker, I don't think it would have felt particularly different. This change does mean that you can deploy between missions and preemptively take out equipment, farm soldiers, or search for resources and blueprints, but I can't imagine most of the main missions would have been particularly different if the two open worlds didn't exist. This is a part of the game that I have no strong feelings about, honestly. Another controversial aspect of Metal Gear Solid 5 is its story. I'm not going to comment on whether or not it makes any sense because frankly this entire franchise has never made sense to me. But there's another reason people don't like the game's story though, and that's simply because there's a lot less of it when compared to what came before. If you're one of those people, I've got some very important news for you. You might want to sit down for this because it's some heavy stuff. Metal Gear Solid 5, along with every other game in the franchise, is actually a video game. Now this is where it gets rough, so bear with me. The point of the video game format is that you get to actively engage with a product instead of passively watching it. Are you still with me? Okay, great. Now, if you think having a cutscene or a codec call every 15 minutes is good game design, you're retarded. I'm so sorry you had to find out this way. Metal Gear Solid 5 having a less intrusive story isn't a bug, it's a feature. Criticizing a game for having a stronger focus on gameplay than story is like ordering jalapenos on your burger and complaining about it being too spicy.
Shut up, bitch!
Shut the hell up and go watch a movie, because that's what you actually want. And since we're talking about what everybody wants, let's talk about what I want. I want this video to end so I can go back to
doing your mom, doing your mom. You know we straight, we doing your mom.